Hello, welcome back to my channel. This day, I'm going to be sharing with you something very important, something very crucial, because I know that I've seen quite a number of traders who who have come to me to say, oh, they just blew their account, their prop firm account. And I sat down to think, okay, so what exactly is the challenge? Why do a lot of traders keep blowing accounts, right? So these are some of the rules that I've seen that if you really sit down to master these rules, if you follow it, see rules, prop firms at the end of the day, to be honest with you, they're not really testing to see how profitable you are. The truth is, they want to see how well you can follow rules, how well you obey instructions. Yes, how well you follow the rules. So if you can master these rules that I'm about to share with you, you're going to be setting yourself up for success in your trading. So if you're trading an instant funded account or an evaluation account, sit down. Don't be in a haste. I know a lot of people are in a haste. They want to quickly make the profit so that they can get their payout. But trading is about patience. Sit down, understand the rules, and then plan adequately. So the very first thing I want to share with you is this. Before you purchase a prop firm account, you have to know the rules of the prop firm. This is rule number one. You don't just go and buy an account because you heard that, hey, there's a prop firm here. This prop firm is giving 100% bonus. Their prices are affordable. And you check, okay, this account, 10K account, how much is it? 5K account, 100K account. You quickly go and buy. And then the next thing you want to start trading. But you haven't taken the time to check their website for their rules and regulations, because these are the things that will keep you in the game long enough. So know the rules. Take the time to go on the website of the prop firm you want to purchase, you want to trade with, read through their rules. Every prop firm usually has profit target limit. So you want to know what the profit target limit is on your account. The daily loss limit, is it 5%? Is it 7%? Is it 10%? And the overall drawdown rules. You need to know these things like the back of your hand. And the thing is, it will not take you up to 30 minutes, 1 hour to sit down to understand these rules. It will save you a lot of headache much later when you start trading. Then you write these rules down. Take a pen and paper, get your journal, write them down. These things are very simple. Write them down, or you can save them somewhere online on your digital folder where you probably save your work online. But writing them down on your trading journal helps you. It sticks in your memory a lot more faster. Write down the rules and plan to trade within the boundaries of the rules they have set. So if they have set on their platform, please do not exceed 5%. So the drawdown limit, for instance, could be 5% daily. So don't exceed that limit. If you know too much, maybe because you feel like, oh, you are very skillful, you want to make all the money. Once you exceed that 5% limit, they will close down the account. So you really do not want that. You want to trade according to it's their prop firm. They have every right to decide what rule they want their traders to follow. Because some people begin to argue, why are they putting 7% lot and percent? Why are they giving us rules? Is it not their prop firm? When you open your own prop firm, you can decide not to give your traders any rules to work with. You can decide to leave it open. Anyhow they want to trade, they trade. But every prop firm has every right to set their rules. So if you want to trade with them, you should be ready to obey their rules. Okay, so write down the rules and ensure that you trade within the boundaries, because most traders fail challenges by breaking these rules. It's not necessarily their strategy. It's usually because they have broken one rule, either the daily loss limit or the daily drawdown limit, or it's usually either of this. Right, so you need to understand it, or if there's a consistency rule that you breached because you didn't know. So number one, the very first thing is to know the rules, and the second thing you want to do is to control your risk. Right, so sit down, do the calculation. This thing is not as difficult as people think. A lot of people are in a haste. Hey, they don't know why there's this, should I say, hasty mentality that people come into the market with. Hey, yeah, let's quickly trade now. Hey, I bought the account. Hey, I bought 100K account. Okay, so what's the next trade? What should I do? Don't do that again. So you want to control your risk between 0.25% or 0.5% on your trade per trade. And then you have your own personal daily law. You should be able to have rules for yourself. If you can set your rules and follow your own rules, trust me, you'll be able to follow any other rule that you see outside. If you can decide that, okay, I'm going to just set very simple rule that if I hit minus 1% on a particular trading day, I will not trade for that day. Trust me, if you can follow this rule, your own rule, there's no rule anywhere that you cannot obey. But if you cannot obey your own rule, the rule that you use your hand to set by yourself, if you cannot obey your rules, you will find it difficult obeying the rules of the prop firm. So one thing that will help you is to control your risk. And this particular one here will save you a lot of stress. Set a personal, this one now, leave prop firm outside, right? You have seen the rules of the prop firm. Now you come to yourself and decide that you want to set a personal limit for yourself. Your daily loss limit, you don't want to exceed 1%. It just really depends on you, right? You are going to make that decision for yourself. But I'm saying that you set a personal rule and test yourself to see if you can keep your own rule. If you cannot keep your own rule, then I don't know whose rule you want to keep, right? So test yourself, right? Test yourself, do this exercise, set a rule for yourself and do your best to follow it. If you can just do this, you're already showing that you have that discipline to follow the prop firm rules, right? And then you protect your account. It's possible that you're going to trade and losses will happen. Yes, losses are part of the game, but you want to ensure that you're following appropriate risk management to keep your capital, to protect your capital. Because no matter how skillful you are, no matter how technically sound you are, no matter how psychologically sound you are, if you do not have your capital to trade with, you cannot do anything in the market. So you need your capital to trade with. So once you have purchased your account, do your best to protect it as best as you can. The next rule, like I said, 4 rules. These 4 rules, if you follow them very diligently, you're going to ace your prop firm challenge, and you'll also be able to trade your instant funded account, manage it successfully until you get your payout. So the third rule is that you should be able to manage your trades. So once you have planned your trade, you have planned when you're going to enter, where you're going to get stopped out, where you're going to hit your target, you have planned all of those things, and the market has gone live. You have placed the trade, right? You should also be able to plan how you're going to move your stop loss. So now this depends on you, your strategy, how you trade, but this is just an example of what you could do. So once your trade has moved in some certain, should I say, percentage, so you want to move your stop loss to break even once it has reached maybe like 1 + 1 hour. If, for instance, you have set a target that is 1 to 3, you're risking 1% to gain 3%. Once the trade has moved at least 1% in profit, you want to move your stop loss to break even. That way, you're securing your capital. Capital preservation is very, very key. But you can actually tweak it to suit your own style. This is just an example, but you can decide, okay, this is what I'm comfortable with. You can decide not to even move to break even. But what I'm saying is try as much as possible to protect your capital. Every opportunity you have to protect your capital, ensure that you do that. And once you have a trade in losses, people tend to want to add more positions. Why? Because in their minds, they're thinking, okay, even if it's in drawdown now, when I take another trade, the new trade would recover the losses. It will increase my chances of winning. No, this is gambling. If you add to losing positions, just know that you are a gambler. You are gambling in the market, and gamblers don't get reward at the end of the day. They don't get rewarded because the market will fish you out at some point. It may not even go back in your direction. So why are you gambling? There's always going to be another opportunity to trade. That's another thing that most traders miss. They think that, oh, this trade, if I don't get it, if I don't win it, that's all. No opportunity again in the market. No, there's always opportunity for you to trade every single day. The market presents opportunities. It now depends on you to go and find out if a particular asset you're trading fits into your trading plan. Then you go ahead and take the trade. But then, insisting that a particular trade must go in your direction, you are setting yourself up to lose that account if you keep adding to losing positions and trading with the mindset that no, it's either this trade or nothing. No, don't do that. Yeah. So never add to losing trades. And the final one, the last rule that you want to follow is that you need to stay disciplined and journal your trades. When was the last time you journaled your trade? Every trade you take on your account, do your best to journal it. The reason you're doing this is because you need to review it. After journaling, you journal your entry, why did you enter this trade? Did you follow your rules, or was it emotionally based, or how exactly? You want to sit down and ask yourself questions. Journal the trade, the results, the emotions. How did I feel when I was on this trade? Was I scared? Was I anxious about it? Was I excited that it got into my direction? Just really ask yourself some very deep questions when you journal your trade. And at the end of every week, sit down. See, this is a lot of, it requires discipline to really trade profitably in this space. And that's why a lot of traders don't do well, because they try to avoid these things. Most people are looking for the profit, but not a lot of people are paying attention to the process. And this actually, all of these things, when you begin to do them, this is what will give you the profits that you're eventually looking for. But if you skip the process, where would the profits come from? Where would the profits come from? It will not just fall from the sky and land into your bank account. You have to follow this process. So you journal every trade, you review your performances every single week so that you can spot out patterns, right? The market is always repeating patterns, because so many things that may have happened in the past will give you an indication of what is happening now and what is likely to happen in the future. So that's why we have the charts that on TradingView, you see that you can go back in time, 2020, 2017, 2010, just so that you can see what happened in the past. And that will really help you. If we didn't have that record, we wouldn't have known, there won't be speculations. We wouldn't know, okay, this is going to buy now. But we're using previous data to determine what is going to happen. So if you review this often on your journal, you'll be able to spot out patterns that have been playing out. Okay, this pattern, it looks like, oh, anytime this market gets to an area of support or resistance or demand or supply, this is what happens, right? You're seeing all of these patterns and then you're noting them down. It will really help you improve in your ability to trade your account successfully, right? So at the end of the day, discipline plus consistency, and then following these rules that I've listed here, is what will lead to long-term success. There is no shortcut in this market. There's no shortcut at all. You want to quickly flip your account. No, there is no shortcut. You want to sit down, pay the price as you should, and at the end of it all, you will trade. You come out with payout. You'll be getting your payout certificate from whatever prop firm that you're trading, right? If you're looking for a very reputable prop firm to trade with, I would recommend this prop firm here. This is TenTrade. I personally trade with TenTrade, and they got really, really beautiful rules that you can follow. Their rules are very easy. Now, like I said, once you want to get a prop firm, the first thing you need to do, remember what I listed, is to go through the rules of the prop firm. Go through the rules of the prop firm. And for TenTrade, their rules are very easy to follow. If you want to get an account, I recommend TenTrade, and you can also get your payout because they don't delay with payout and all of those stories that, oh, TenTrade did this. I have never had any personal experience that I had issues with payout and all of that. And these are their rules. Look at it here. So you want to get a micro account, there's mini account, bronze, silver, gold. These are the account sizes that we got. Now, if you look at the rules, look at everything here, you sit down. This is how you know professional traders, people who understand the game. So you sit down properly, go through the website. The website is online there. And this is, I'm going to share the link that you can use to check the platform online, register, go through this platform to understand every single rule that is attached to the account. This is, for instance, a $90,000 account. If you want to get a 90K account, these are the rules. Just really sit down to check through everything. They're not difficult to follow. Once you know these rules, you have aced the first stage, which is stage one. Then you now go and plan according to your trading pattern, according to your trading style, and you trade. You trade profitably, you get your payout at the end of the trading period that they have set. Okay, so remember what I said. Let's quickly do a recap of what I discussed earlier. These are the things that I mentioned that you need to follow if you want to successfully trade your evaluation account or your funded account. Know the rules of the prop firms you're trading, control your risk, manage your trades. And the final one is that you need to stay disciplined and journal every single trade that you take. If you follow these successfully, if you follow them very, very diligently, you'll most likely get your payout at the end of the day. You get so I hope this has been helpful to you. If you found it helpful, remember to click the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.